In the living room, we have the tail panel for the Camaro. So 3 massive TVs. Pizza. Oh, in America we put pineapples. Those are pineapples. Can you like get on that beat? All right. All right, so over here we're doing some rust removal on the Camaro. Take a look at this. This is a steering wheel.
Right now, we need to remove what's left of the old quarter panel, which I just took a grinder or cutoff wheel and kind of snipped it right there. As you can see, I've already started drilling some pilot holes for our spot weld cutter. Obviously the bit goes in the drill, but not yet. Yeah, stay. So we just want to drill a little pilot hole so you can see some of the dimples where the existing pilot holes or where the existing spot welds are. You just want to make something so it doesn't skip around, and then we'll go ahead and put in the spot weld cutter. And then the key is to just drill out the top panel and not all the way through, because then you have something to weld to the next time. Continues until your right abdominal muscles don't really kind of hold you in place anymore, which for me is pretty quick. Yeah, there we go. And then you just take your good old screwdriver, and then you can just go back and drill away or grind away the old ones or the old spot welds. Already, I've got a little bit of spot weld removal to do up here still where I didn't really quite nab the edge of it. Oh, sorry, there's the second spot weld. They kind of creep up out of nowhere, so we'll get that one later. They hit a lot of spot welds on this car. There's spot welds hidden 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. You can see on the back here, they've got cutouts, and that was most likely for some of their, actually, I don't know, on this car, this is the only port that was open. That probably had tongs that could go through here. It should be a lot easier if I could just show you. You know what you do when you don't have a screwdriver is you just drill that screw out. There we go. So they probably had tongs go in and then tack weld or spot weld all the way around, which makes it quick for them, but really a bitch for us. So right here, you also want to be careful when you're prying away stuff, because eventually you're gonna weld back your new quarter panel to this. So what I actually do sometimes is I take an impact wrench or an impact socket, like a 20-something millimeter, and use it like a dolly and just hammer it back through until you get a nice straight line to weld your new seam against from your new quarter panel. So it's not, you know, doesn't have to be a science or anything, but you don't want it to be pulled in 1/2 inch, because that's 1/2 inch closer that your side piece will be tucked in. So the side of your quarter panel will be tucked in. So the back of the car, we've already removed a substantial amount of metal, if I may say, and that includes the tail panel, both trunk extensions, which is, you can see there's one missing here, and there's a new one just clamped into place right here. We've got both quarter panels removed, and we've got the trunk lid, of course. There is a upper and a lower valence panel or trim panel. So the upper is just the filler that would start right here and complete the bottom of the windshield seam. And then you have and then it would go in between the windshield and the actual trunk lid. I believe the order would be to go ahead and weld in the 2 trunk extensions, test fit the quarter panels along both sides. Go ahead and measure under here where the punching process folded over the back piece of the quarter panels, because this directly meshes and welds against the new tail panel, and if it's not pushed up all the way or just right, you'll see a pretty big gap between your tail panel and your quarter panel, and I believe the gap is only about 1/8 of an inch or so. I think it's undone. I'm just gonna walk it over there. It is preferable not to dent it before you install it, because then there's no real body filling to be done, just sanding and priming. So far everything checks out still.